I don't know where I got to. I was very nicely interrupted by my fiance phoning me, but he's given me some ideas on what to talk about. So it's like, anything you think about me talking about. I'm gonna head straight on to your environment is key. Your environment is so fucking important. If you are around non-successful people, you're in a non-successful environment and you cannot grow to your fullest successful potential in a non-successful environment. So you have to be around successful people or people who are in a better space than you, because if your environment is something, you will become it. You know? If you're around really, really successful people, unless you get in the way, you will become successful. And it's about A, surrendering, and B, allowing into your space only those who improve your life. And I understand it is beautiful to improve others' lives, but you can't let that take over you. You can't let that take over your time, your space, your energy, because you're valuing your time and energy, to such a low value. Bruv. I feel like you grow away from people, and you can grow away from people very, very easily and very quickly, or you can grow away from people at a prolonged rate, and that can cause you to be like having a deep connection with people or beings, and moving away from them, growing out of those situations means that you have to leave those situations. It's like, I've spoken before on TikTok about, I used to go to this thing in Melksham, and it was like this circle group. I found it in the Spiritualist Church. And it helped me grow, it helped me develop. And then I think there was the last session, I was like, okay, I do kind of feel like I'm growing out of this. And then that night, the session was no longer. There was a message after the session. The group was no longer. There was a message after the session that was like, that was the last session, yada yada. Like, life's just moved on, kind of thing. And it's like perfectly in synchronicity, I guess. Abundance of synchronicity is a very beautiful thing, because abundance of synchronicity is being in the right place at the right time, and being in the right place at the right time, the right things happen to you. You see the right people, you talk to the right people, you experience what's deemed to be the right things, because it's the thing you want to experience, or the thing that's leading to what you want to experience, because it doesn't really matter what you do. It doesn't. If you're on the street and you're tired and you end up just like lying down or sitting down on the floor, it doesn't actually matter, because whoever you speak to is going to be the right person. It doesn't matter if you're dancing down the street, because whoever you speak with will be the right person. Yes, if you are sat on your break with headphones in, blaring your fucking ass off in town, there will be people who tell you to shut the fuck up. And that's your opportunity to sing louder and prouder, which was a beautiful moment. Having the ability, when somebody is in your face or not in your face, but energetically in your face with, no, don't do what you're doing, don't be yourself, that is when you stand in your authenticity, which is your power, because authenticity is the highest vibrational frequency. So in your authenticity, and when you're standing in your power, I'm annoyed that I'm going to have to like split them together. Sorry, that took over my mind. When you're standing in your authenticity and when you're standing in your power, then what can they do? And normally, before we learn, because after we learn it's very different, but before we learn to stand in our power, we shrink. And when we shrink to their level where they can have an effect over our lives. But when we don't let them have an effect over our lives because we stand in our authenticity, which is the the highest vibrational frequency, so you're standing at a higher vibrational frequency than the lower vibrational behavior frequency. What can they do? Nothing. And we know it is just more of yourself. It's like you're the director, you're every character, but you're experiencing what one of the characters is experiencing if they didn't know the rest of the script. And whatever they say is the right thing because whatever everyone else says is the right thing. It's interesting. I realise I slightly trailed off on my thought there. And sometimes I do this thing where randomly I'll just go rather posh. No reason. Absolutely no reason. Well, not one I know. Yes. Sorry, I am also absolutely loving my hair today. I haven't plaited my hair in a very, very long time. And I slouch so much when I'm recording because I'm just like, I can see the camera better here. The camera can see me better here too. You know? Yes, I haven't plaited my hair in a while, and I plaited my hair because I was like, why not? Yeah, saw a photo of me with my hair after it's been plaited, like when it's all frizzy, and I was like, oh, I haven't had that in a while. Life is a very interesting, wondrous thing, and there's so much that we need to learn. Like, it's like right now, as I'm filming this, I'm learning that it doesn't matter necessarily what I say, and I'm learning that through the things we're talking about, where it's like, it doesn't matter what you do, it doesn't matter. Those things that are coming into my mind and I'm expressing to you are things that are helping me, because I'm like, oh yeah, it doesn't matter where I'm focused. It doesn't matter if I go off and I look in certain directions just for the fuck of it. It doesn't matter if I randomly burp, because, like, I was at work and I was burping. Someone was like, pardon you? In a jokey way, of course. So I just burped louder. And everyone just giggled and walked off. I swear, working is kind of like being a kid at that workplace. It's wondrous. Like, I'm being able to move my body more, which is what I wanted. And it has such an ease to it while being physically taxing. Well, like, it physically takes up energy. It physically takes up energy, but it's a very, very fun environment. It's a fun place to be because I can just be inwards if I need to be inwards, or if I want to be inwards, because I love going inwards. I love seeking knowledge, understanding things, visualizing things. Oh, Nikola Tesla visualization I will get back to. But like that, it's like I can go inwards when I want to, but I can also experience the outwards and the joy and the excitement. And like, yeah, it's points where people are stressed out. We ran out of fucking diesel today. Imagine having over 60 buses and running out of diesel. Luckily, we ran out at the end of the day, which is why I got a lift, like, almost home. Very, very almost home. It was banging because I was sweeping a bus as it was going along. It's like, yeah. You've got, like, not die, you know? So you got, like, body parts leaning in certain directions where you're like, you know? Cause I was doing the stairs at one point, so I've got one leg that way, one leg that way. I'm doing this. And then I've got to slide down. It was so much fun. Honestly, find joy in everything and be a kid again. Being a kid is something you should never leave behind. You don't grow up. You don't. You just learn and grow. That's all that it is. Why we have this discernment, like, at this age, you're an adult. We don't trust you until this point. You haven't developed enough yet. Like, no, you're learning and growing. The only way you can learn and grow is if you're treated like everyone else. Kids should just be treated like other beings. All other beings should just be treated like other beings. You know? I think that's fucking self-explanatory. Because, like, when we're going through life, so distracted. when we're going through life and exploring life, why would we want to like go through life and be like, oh yeah, I'm not ready yet for XYZ because of XYZ. You're ready when you feel ready, bruv. I'm not saying like kids should like go on the piss. No. Nobody should go on the piss. Nobody should hurt anyone. So why would a kid do it? I guess an argument could be made for psychedelics, but also I don't know. Because there is a new way of living coming, and to know that knowledge, I would have to have experienced what it is to bring a creation like that into the world, you know? So what I'm saying is I do not have a standpoint, because I'm not at that point in my life. Because I'm in this point in my life right here, right now, chilling and vibing through life, through existence, through reality. Right. There is so much I want to say. Like, I've just been filled with this immense amount of energy and excitement. And I just remembered my door is locked. Yeah, wait. I need water. So, I understand one day. Well, no, I understand it's fully possible for anything to happen because everything is happening. So, if I do reach more people one day, I want to be perceived more like Aurora with the beautiful authenticity, the absolute fucking gorgeous divine authenticity that comes off of Aurora. Like, you look at her and you're just like, that, yeah. You hear her speaking, you're just like, yeah, that is Aurora. She has no pretenses. She's just nice, genuine, and vibing through life and experiencing life as she wants to. You know? Fucking love it. Anyway, it is beginning to get rather cold. You know? This is a dressing gown, which I'm kind of using as a blanket right now. I do have a blanket inside, but that involves climbing through a window to get to, and I don't really want to climb through a window right now. And the thing is, I don't have an idea of how long I'm into of this podcast, and this is kind of like a little interlude between thoughts. So, I explained in my last video flow state, and that's something I get to as I'm like going through knowledge and I'm spitting out knowledge, and it's not always an effect, and I do talk about knowledge without being in that state, but that state doesn't really happen in this like interlude shit where my brain's just like, okay, and now breathe. You know? Oh, I was going to talk about Nikola Tesla. Okay. So Nikola Tesla, he had such a vivid imagination and ability to visualize. One sec. My nose is running as fuck, and we're not vibing with it. But this jumper is going in the wash because I wear it to work. Well, I wear a hoodie to work, and that hoodie always gets something on. Because like, if I get shit on my hands, I'm just like, fuck off, you know. Nikola Tesla is a very, very intelligent man due to his ability to visualize. And I believe that's one of the things that we need to allow people to, I want to say work on, such a shit word, to express and to practice and to develop. That was it. Develop. Anyway, he had this ability to visualize to a point that it became like hallucinations, and he was able to visualize the mechanics of something working, and if you took out that part, how it would stop it. I mean I can visualize it, but I have to have the knowledge to be able to see where the things go and how it works. I'm thinking about part of a car engine. Anyway, that's what happens when you have a fiance that likes engineering and buses, and you have a fucking drive for any bit of knowledge, you know? But yeah, I can visualize not all, but part of a car engine right now, and how it's working and how the pistons are moving. But Nikola Tesla had that idea to be able to like make inventions in his mind and have them like not really work due to components not fully working in the right way. Then go in and change those components before he makes the thing. So before making the thing, you're able to know how it's going to work. So there's not really that trial and error, because you've had all that trial and error without having the physical thing. Beautiful. I recommend trying, like, even with like wheels and axles and stuff like that, just like something small, you can visualize the mechanism of working, and like how you can see the components, and if you take the components apart, what it does, and then you can have this idea of like, what if I took that component apart? That wouldn't work. It's like thinking about a wheel, and if you took out the metal bit of the wheel and just had like the metal bit and the plastic bit, it wouldn't be able to move because the car wouldn't be able to sit right, you know? So it would just be a really big wheel for a little hole. Anyway, that was my visualization, not of an actual car wheel. It was originally like one of those really old wheels, but then it had this. Get creative, bro. And the more you can, like, develop your mind by doing stuff like that. I want to use a different word, but the more you can do, practice doing things like visualization in that way, the more it will benefit you in your life. Having that ability to do that is like, okay, another way, instead of like engineering, even like sports. So say you see the ball here, you know you need to get to that ball, but you can see there's people running, so you can visually be like, oh, their foot patterns are going there, so I'm going to have to go that way. Or the thing that was actually in my mind fully was climbing. If you're bouldering, you visualize what you're going to do next, or you're visualizing what you can do, and then in visualizing, if you get good at it, you would understand how your body were to act to its fullest, reaching its fullest potential, you know? For that, I do think you would have to be able to visualize effectively distance. So how distance translates to you, like reaching distance, let's say, because if you get that off by like 5 centimeters, you can't reach that. You're gonna fall, you know? And like, it's all well and great when you're down the bottom, but like if you're doing something really hard at the top, it's not really what you want. Like, jumping off is a different story. You shouldn't jump off at the front at bouldering places. They don't like that. And also, your knees don't like that either. Your knees are like, bruv, at least exercise me effectively first and after. Like, be able to move your knees in each and every way and take impact through extensive knee strengthening and shit. I just like intuitively move your body in every single direction. It has definitely moved to like a little bit. Love it when it moves in the night sky. Like, time is passing. Or time is passing. New experiences are here. 1 second. Cold water just hits different. It just does. There's no other way to say that. My space is looking a bit messy, and that's kind of fucking with me right now. Not going to lie. What habit notion? Tidy mind, tidy room, tidy mind. Or tidy mind, tidy room. Yep, English. School is not something I did good on, by the way. For the people who think I'm really, really, really smart just for like no reason, like I just born smart. No. I am the kid who would be given the fucking jalapeno jelly babies. I'm the kid who agreed to putting a whole bowl of ice cream in their mouth and not spitting it out until it was all gone. Just to get one more bowl of ice cream because we only got one as a kid. Like, I'm not always been smart, and like openly, I'm saying yeah, I am smart because I have had enough conversations with people where they're like you're an alien or some shit, or like I feel dumb talking to you, and like I don't want to make people feel dumb, but it's come to the realization that like my brain ain't normal, because normal doesn't exist. I don't know why we went into like some weird accent there, but we love it. Oh yes. I just spent lots and lots of time learning. Spent lots of time just like sitting in my thoughts. Don't get me wrong, it was a journey, because like I understand, like I remembered now, I tell people a lot to like just sit with yourself. At a point in time, the idea of a point in time. Time is really fucking with me at the moment. It's time. Oh, 22. It was 2202. It won't be 2202 because I'm putting the other bit back on. Oh fuck. Yeah. Anyway, for you, but it was for me. I'm gonna allow the brain to brain for a second. Okay. Okay. Not quite ready. We'll be having water first. The thing is, the likelihood of me just leaving this in there because A, I can't be asked to edit, and B, why do we have to like shorten life? I'm trying to show you real life, real human, real authenticity. I don't want to show you, cut up bullshit filters and makeup. I want to show you what life is actually like, chilling in high vis in my garden while being locked out of my house. But not locked out of my house because I have a window I can break into. I want to show you life. Hello. How are you?
Yeah, good. You?
I'm good, thank you. I do not remember what I was talking about, to be perfectly frank. Previous to the trail of thought that I was on. Right, I've been trying really hard not to look at the time. Because I get distracted by it. But the second time I looked at the time, it was 2333. What? 2333. Right, my brain works very fast. My mouth doesn't necessarily respond as well as my brain sometimes. So English and language isn't really it, because my body's just like, blah, blah, blah. You know? It's like, I want to say everything. Everything. Fuck. Originally we were on visualization. But I think I was on a good point. I'm not fucking with that shit to find out. It will come up when it needs to come up. I mean, I'll just work to it, but I'm gonna tell you my mental process because, the last thing I remember, last pivotal point I remember is climbing, bouldering, and then bouldering was visualization, measurement, visualization, measurement of distance through visualization to have a correlated correct judge of distance. Yeah. I'm sorry, I was like trying to get there. And like fully, not a lot of the time I can. But I got very distracted by thinking about when I was bouldering. I was thinking about the blue coloured bouldering, and I think one of the things I've done before. And then I was like thinking about the cafe. So distracted thinking about cafe, you know? Yeah. I understand lots of trail of thoughts might be like, in a sense, transmuted without maybe going into depth. So if there's anything you want me to expand on, just let me know. I don't know how effectively I'm going to be at reading comments, because I don't want to read no negative Nelly shit, because we're not here for that. We are not here for that. I'm too focused on my goals for any negativity, and any negativity will just be used positively in my life. So I have this thing where, like, if somebody fucks me off, like really fucks me off, and it actually has an impact on me, I will then go do something with that energy. I'll go do something that like expands that and like utilizes that energy and expands that energy for me. So I've spoken about this in TikToks, but there was a time that very recently that I was walking home from work. The one time my fiance let me walk home on my own in the dark, kind of thing, and somebody threw a firework at me from a van, and like it almost hit me. It was alright. It was like 5 inches away. My first thought was it was pretty. My first thought was at least it was pretty. Oh, I realise why I go posh sometimes, because it helps me pronunciate my words properly. Okay. Anyway, we'll allow that. And then I alchemized that energy. I was like, okay, I have so much energy in my body because my body's kind of in shock. Like, my brain's kind of in shock. And I was having a bit of a tiff with the wee fiance, that beautiful man. And yeah, I was like, okay, I'm gonna go sing. Went and sang in a tunnel. Yeah, I fucking cried in that tunnel. Got all that shit out. And then you know what I did? I fucking sung. I fucking enjoyed myself. Not only that, did I get better and more confident in singing, I get amazing compliments and an experience to talk to this random guy for like an hour that was like perfectly synchronized. It was like 40 and I was just like vibing. I do this thing where I end up just talking to strangers, and like, he was a very, very safe person. Like, he had so much energy coming off of him, and he was such a safe and integral person. And when somebody is completely honest and has complete integrity, it does have a massive impact, and you can tell that shit. That's why people get fucked off with me a lot. Well, no. It's just, it's not even a lot. It's just sometimes. Well, no, not even that. Very rarely will people get extremely fucked off with me. Or fucked off with me. But when they do get fucked off with me, they get very fucked off with me. Because I am honest. And I respect myself. And my space and my time. So, like, I'm not gonna pour all my water into someone else's cup. Like, I need to have my cup full first. Until my cup is full, can I overfill on others? So I will fill my cup because I want to overflow on others. I want to be able to fill others' cups. But I can't do that unless my cup is full. You know? I'm going to focus on myself, my goals, where I want to be, who I want to be, and what I want to do. I'm going to focus on my fundamental truths and how I see the universe, and my environment is key. So I'm going to only allow the people in my environment that I believe are key to my success. My success at being able to help as many people as I can in this life. So I am selfish with my time. I am selfish with my energy, and I'm proud of myself for it. And when you learn how to be selfish with yourself, like fully selfish with who you allow into your space, what you do, who you are, what you say, what you think, what you listen to, what you eat, when you are fully selfish with everything, down to the things you drink, and the shoes you wear and the clothes you buy, when you are selfish with your health and you are devoted to yourself, powerful shit happens. You are able to help so many more people when you fully appreciate and help yourself. You know? There's a lot of like energy in that. Just like, grr, be your fucking self, bitch. Look after your fucking self. I want to see all of you motherfuckers pouring into your own cups before you pour into anyone else's. I want to see all of you motherfuckers out there being as authentic as you are. Being who you are. Because who you are is enough. The saying, I am who I am and that is enough. I hope that to be a mantra through your life, where you get to experience being enough from yourself. I hope you get to experience the great amount of bliss when you pour into your cup and you're devoted to living your life for you, and not the others around you, and not the systems and societies that we perceive to be. But when you start living for you, I can't wait to see you for who you truly are. All these pretenses and fake shit and all this makeup and dress up and all of this dating shit and pushing ideas, all of that shit is shit. It is meaningless. It is worthless. When you focus so much on yourself, I will be able to see how much you truly shine without all the facades, without all these other things imposed by this idea of not being enough. I can't wait to see you when you know you're enough, because I already know you are. And I already see it. I already see it. And it's hard for me sometimes when I see how bright you shine, but how dim you stand. I see the light so bright of who you are, but I see you holding back. I see you silencing yourself in the times when your voice matters, because your voice always matters. Hello. I just can't wait to see who you become when you let go, when you follow your passion. I can't wait to see how you glow and how you shine when you're hopelessly devoted to yourself. I can't wait to see what you do when you're following who you are and who you're always meant to be, which is you, and what you are doing here and now. 3. Oh, wait, it wasn't even 3? I got so just. I thought that was a 3. Now it's 3. Now it's 3. But anyway. I know. Yeah. Energy is energy. I'm loving that. But I genuinely, that's something that is so pure in my heart. It's when I look at people and I look at their faces and I just see how much potential they have. And I see it written all over their being, all over their vessel. Yet they stand so small and their dreams are impossible to them. And I'm like, the things that they can do and the things that make them shine are hidden. And it pains me to see it. And it pains me to see this lack of authenticity that the society produces. I want to see how weirdly strange and unique you are. And I want to show you how weirdly strange and unique I am. How my body does weird things and, like, I can get my big toe to my head with my legs straight. And I want to see what weird shit you can do. And I want to be able to hear those weird noises you make when you're vibing around with those close friends of yours. And I want that to be our normal. I want to walk down the street and somebody's just giggling about something, and I want to see the joy on your face, and I want to see what you do when you're you. You know? My hand is rather cold. But just one. One hand is... This hand's alright, but this hand is very cold, and I'm touching the cold bottle. I explained that while holding the bottle, which was making me have it in my hand for longer. I just feel like this is the right thing for me to do. And like... this is just divine. So divine. Yeah. I really hope that the right people hear this at the right time, and I know they will. And I know when you are hearing this, this is the exact right time for you to hear this. And there is a reason you are hearing this at this time. And I may trigger a response in you that doesn't necessarily feel positive at first, because it's challenging beliefs, it's challenging ways that have always been. Coldness has hit. Pardon me? Anyway, because I do challenge lots of people's internal beliefs through many respects of just me being me, I get it. Like, I've seen it happen so many times. Some people, if their beliefs are strong enough, like their negative beliefs are strong enough, they will have an immensely visceral reaction to me. But people who have an open mind to transmuting beliefs, they tend to absorb a lot of knowledge and explore a lot more of themselves in this life. And I think it's beautiful. And this is why I like life coaching. Something that fills my soul. I'm not doing it as much at the moment, but I feel like I might at some point. Like, it is cold to the point I'm kind of shivering. But we're gonna vibe through this. Yeah, we are. Made a decision. An executive decision that this is where I want to be right now. You know? All I need to do is warm my hands, and that's something I know I can do. Just put my hand in between my leg and squish it. Bang. See, even now, like, just that has warmed me up to the point I'm not shivering anymore. In like 30 seconds. Bruv. Another thing that fucks me off, but also allows me to experience the opposite, to firmly put into my place that that's not what I want to be, is when health, just let's be real, health. I'm not saying you, I'm saying a lot of people have experienced in this lifetime, or this perspective of lifetime in this right exact moment. When I say like, oh, like, if you're ill, and I'm like, oh, I can give you things, or I can tell you things to do, and it will boost your immune system, and it will be more beneficial for you, and you will get over the illness, even if it's just a little bit faster. It's faster. I'm not saying it's only going to be a little bit faster, but I'm saying I can promise you it's going to be a little bit faster, but I can't promise you how fast it's going to be. You got to experience that for yourself, you know, to like how low your immune system is, yada yada yada, to what you take. And also, I'm learning through life too. I'm learning. I don't know everything. Everything. I am in a state of growth, and I will always be in a state of growth, and I will never know everything. I mean, obviously, we know everything in this moment. I'm really, really trying with this everything, or like this thing, you know? So I think. But it's something I've done my whole life. Yeah. And yeah, it's just a perspective at the end of the day. This is what I mean by I'm learning, I'm growing, because I have like this mindset of what I used to be, who I used to be, and like past, future, present, and how I used to talk. And then I'm like, that doesn't really align with who I am now, so I will not say that. You know? Small interlude while I eat mushroom. Because juicy, tasty, nice. If you don't eat raw mushrooms, you're missing out on a whole load of juice in your mouth. It's good. I don't think many other people eat mushrooms for the juiciness, but I do. I honestly don't think I'm editing this. Enjoy the mushroom dance. That's all I'm saying. You know when you're chewing it like... Well, that was the melody that was playing in my head, okay? Does anyone else ever have, like, melodies playing in their head, or, like, songs playing in their head? And it doesn't necessarily have to be a song that's written, but can be a song that's written and you've listened to many times. And if it's a song that's written, you kind of have to know all the lyrics to it for it to fully play in your head. Although sometimes, like, I feel like it does play the bits that I don't know how to sing. Like, I don't know it, so I can't sing it. Then sometimes I feel like it says it, but I just never catch it. I don't know how to explain that. Yeah. I've never put my finger on that in that way before. Put my finger on it in that way before. For some reason, my brain was firmly shot over to, what is it called? It is Sherlock Holmes. Reading that book as a kid and, like, in school, secondary school, and my visualization of part of it where they're on the river with the... is it Sherlock Holmes? No, I don't think it's Sherlock Holmes. Not at all. I didn't read that book. It was a book I did for GCSE. I can see bits of it. But there was bits of it that, as we've been reading it, has been playing in my head. So I don't know what the words are. I don't know how to describe it. I don't know who the people are. I just have small snippets of pictures of how I see it. So this is the reason when your brain is very brainy that you don't necessarily explain very brainy things in very brainy ways. You know? But if you understood that, you are a brainy person. That's all I'm saying. Oh, Dr. Zeus gets it. Dr. Zeus got it. He got it. I literally made a TikTok about this today. Like, some artists, you can tell they get it. They get it. Like, I see you. Like, doing it on the forehead. Don't ask me. There's a couple things that, like, I just started doing one day and I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. I see you. I speak with you. I hear you. Or hear me, I hear you. And then I'm here. So you're, like, on your chest there. And I do that, like, when I'm, like, deep in life. Or, like, I'm deep in it in a bad way. I'm just like, I'm here. I'm here. Like, genuinely, I'm here. Like, the only thing that is actually, right now, tangibly true is that I'm here. That's the only fact that I know in that moment is I exist. And then from that you can build I exist. The all is one and the one is all. So I am everything. everything is here and now, so I am everything here and now in the singularity of this timeless, spaceless, like, being of everything of creation. And so distracted by that. and where was I? I can feel and see it that way, and I can feel it in my arm. Don't ask me. I'm just telling you how I feel life. I'm not like this whole, right. Yeah, I'm not like trying to be nothing. I'm not trying to be like this whole spiritual person. I'm not trying to be this, like, you know, I'm just trying to learn, grow, and follow my passion. And doing that is being fully integral. So when I feel something, I'm going to tell you about it. And that's probably going to be kind of weird for a lot of people, because, like, as I'm speaking to you now, I can feel my left arm. There's just, like, different type of energy in my arm, and it's, like, an intense kind of energy. And, like, I just get random things like that. Or, like, sometimes I can feel when there's a being behind the wall. Yada, yada, yada. But unless people start talking about it, do I get to hear about it? No. Because I want to hear about it too. Because it's not just me who experiences things. Firmly believe that. Firmly. I just think we don't talk about it enough. And, like, when we do feel something, we're like, oh no, what the fuck was that? And then you go into this fear state and you're like, I never want to experience that again. You're like, what? Instead of being curious with it, you're like, oh, I'm just not going to experience that. Fuck that. You know? It's like, recently I felt like this being or this entity behind the wall, and it was not of the normal vibrational kind, not of the Homo sapien kind. Didn't know what it was, fuck knows. Mystery to me, but, like, it was lovely, because they were just there, and I was like, I can feel that, I know that. And, like, I could hear stuff moving about at it, but not like when people pass normally. People just pass, but, like, no, they didn't just pass. It was interesting. But unless I talk about stuff like that, oh yeah, and I was like mentally, I was like, for now, as much as I want to explore and discover what that is, I want to know. Right now I know I'd rather get comfortable with it so I can actually explore and discover it like another being instead of an unknown. Like, you know, when you rush into something like, I don't know, I need to know, instead of that. Sorry, I was focused on counting how many mushrooms there were for 1 second, because I was like, is there 5 or 6? And I was like, wait, no, is there 5 or 6? And I was like, well, it kind of looks like there's 3 in the top row and 3 in the bottom row, but then it was like, it kind of actually looks like there's 2 on the top row and then 3 in the bottom row, but there could be, like, one that's kind of in the middle. There's 5. There's 5 mushrooms. But that did kind of trail off, I thought. Pretty much, I'm going to tell you, because, like, I told you what my random fucking trail of thought that spanned me around was, because I think it should be normal. I think it should be normal to just, like, be you, do you, experience what you experience, and, like, actually talk about it. Actually share your life. Not just the bits of life that we like, yeah, we can share this bit. I'll share this bit. I don't want to share those bits. I want to share all of it. All of it. So technically, yes, and those bits. I just want to share what it is to be who you want to be. I'm not saying I'm better or worse than anyone, because frankly, why would I care? I don't care. This isn't a race for me. This isn't I'm trying to be better than anyone. I'm just trying to better myself every day. I'm trying to be more me every day. I'm trying to help more of myself and others. I'm trying to experience more, learn and grow. I'm trying to be more passionate each and every day and see more beautiful things and see more beauty in everyday things. I'm sorry if people want, like, me to be a bad person, but I don't care. You think I'm a bad person? Go for it, honey bun. You do you. But genuinely, I'm so focused on me, I can't even see you. If you're shouting hate towards me, I love you. I want you to experience all there is. And I could never hate you. I can never hate anyone. And I understand through life I've been like, oh, I hate this, I hate that. And I have learned that hate does not feel nice. I just want to give everyone love. Like, you're mean to me, do you want to hug you? Right. I was at the pub doing karaoke once, and like, obviously there's loads of people drinking, and I don't drink. I don't like poisoning my body in that way. I don't like how it feels. I don't like it, what it does to me. It's just not good for me. Like, that's not me. So I don't do it. But people do drink. People do other stuff as well, and I do think other stuff may have been involved with a little, like, you know. But this guy, I was filming some other guy who had asked me to film him, who I knew from coffee shop, and he was just like, "Why are you filming me?" And I was like, "What? Oh, actually, I'm not filming you. I can't even see you in the shop. I can show you if you want." Yeah, and like getting vexed out as fuck, and like my mom's mate was like trying to help out, and I was like, "No, it's fine." And I turned around to him and I was like, "Are you okay? Like, genuinely, are you okay?" Because in my mind, this is like a very little thing to get vexed the fuck out about. What's going on in their life that is having a negative impact that's affecting who they are. And natural reaction, the first time I said, like, "Are you okay?" I only said, "Are you okay?" once. No, I think I said, "Are you having a good day?" I think it might have been, "Are you okay?" Either way, they sound very similar. And initial reaction was like, "Oh, what the fuck are you saying to me, bruv?" And then I was like, "Can I help you with anything? Like, are you okay?" But obviously, different words. Fuck. I remember the vibration. And he was like, "Oh no, I think I need to go." And be nice to the people who are mean to you. Not saying roll over and take it. Bruv, stand up for yourself and who you are. Always. Like, that is always it. I realise that analogy, that is my normal speech. Some people might not appreciate that. But understand, like, my humour at work has got me into, like, this kind of little, like, it's got me into just, like, this fucking weird-ass humour at the moment. I'm gonna be real with you. But it's affecting how I speak in, it's not a negative way, it's just a funny way in my mind. And I'm just gonna be authentic. And I'm sorry if you don't appreciate it, but that is all I'm gonna speak of it, because I don't need to explain myself further, and I should never need to explain myself to anyone, neither should you. I think that was the main point that was to come across through all that little lesson for me. But for you, it ran away. Oh, anyway, I think I'm remembering. Never let anyone tell you what to experience. Never let anything else, stop you from being you and experiencing who you want to be, because it's all you at the end of the day, and it's kind of there to teach you. Because, like, all these moments throughout my life that I've thought, like, it's the end of the world, never really been that bad. No, because I'm alive right now and I'm fucking thriving. So, even though they may have fucked me over at some point, don't mean I'm not appreciated that it happened. Like, I'm fully grateful for everything I've been through, and I've been through some questionable things of lifeness, and that's why I get to be smart, because I've had to be. Not like my life has shaped me to be who I am, is what I'm saying. Plain as day. My life has shaped me to be who I am, and I'm grateful for it. And, like, you should be grateful for it too. You should be grateful that you are who you are. And I understand people may not be appreciative of who they are, but because that they feel like they're not enough. You're fucking enough. You are enough. Like, you are fully fucking enough. If you can't see it, that's okay, because I see it. So, if I see it, you can believe it. I'm not saying believe everything I see. I'm saying believe that you're enough, because other people see it. You know? Other people see your worth, yet you do not. And it vexes me out. Okay? I need more water. No. Love these bottles. Pretty sure got them off like Facebook Marketplace or something. Now it's of somebody we know. Anyway. So, ooh, don't know what happened there. So, I'm proud of myself for we're over an hour in, because we're almost an hour now, and there is an unknown amount of timeness. There's an unknown amount of time on the other one that I need to split onto that one. You know, and I need to do that for the first one I made this morning, which I probably am gonna post. But now I've got this one. I don't know. Or maybe I can do it backlogged. That would be so useful. Nice. Yeah. Do want to be consistent with it, but also I do feel like this kind of could be a regular thing, because yeah. Nice burp. I don't get people who are like TMI, who like care, and they're like, there's too much information, or you just burped. And what? Suck it. Jug it in the bucket. You know? I just realised I used to coach gymnastics, and like there's gonna be there might be a point in time where I have some of my old gymnasts watching my videos, and that's gonna be very, very funny. Because then they're gonna get to see the other side of me. The not work side of me, I guess. Same for like other places I've worked, they get to see the non-work side of me, I guess. Anyway, I just think it's interesting. I think life has got so many synchronicities and circles, and it's beautiful. And like I get to witness all of it happen, because I get to be in this state of awareness. And I realise through the first however long of this video, through a section of this video, I've been kind of on this, like, I don't want to be better, I don't want people to think I'm better than them, and I don't want people to think, because that's never my intention, but I know that is holding me back right now, so I'm not gonna explain myself, because I just want to be who I truly am, and that's what I want to show you. So going forth, know that I never think I'm better than anyone, because we're all on this journey. I am you, you are me. I respect every single living being with the same amount of integrity. I saved a fly from what was left of my fiance's coffee. There was a fly in the bottom and it was like drowning. So I saved that fly. I then had that fly on my hand for over 10 minutes, and it was visiting me for about half an hour after, and like sitting with me. I treat you with the same respect as I treat the flies, in the nicest possible way, because I treat you with the same respect I treat every single being in this existence. And that's, I want to help you, I want to love you, and I want to let you grow. I want to watch you shine. It's about to turn, yeah, it's been an hour. Anyway. Music, it's always playing in my head. Right, Synchronicity of Life is fucking wondrous. And there's a couple things I'd like to say about Synchronicity, Symphony, and the universe. Give me a second. Because I don't know where it starts. Also don't know where it finishes. But I know what it's about. And it's beautiful. It's like this little thing I've said a couple of times about like the Symphony of Life. And like, it's never the same though. But the broader understanding is of how life is a symphony. The universe speaks in frequencies in its symphony. And it's like, you are the orchestrator? What's the people who stand at the front and they're like, you know? Conductor, maybe. You know, I don't know. That almost got me. I almost coughed at that. I don't like coughing when there's smoke in my mouth. It hurts. If I need to cough, I will wait until after I blow it out, and then I'll cough. Because I'm just like, no, I don't enjoy it. I would rather not. I'm a very interesting being. I'm realising that while making videos and sharing more of myself with the world. Because I've spoken about this on TikToks a lot recently, but like, I've looked up recently. I've said recently so many times, it's annoying. So, recently I've been through this I've been like, well no, I'm gonna start this again. So, recently, I have, so many train of thoughts are hitting me at the same time. But pretty much, my whole life, I have been, like, focused on learning, growing, doing, and I looked up recently, you know, when you're like writing, you're working, and then you look up and you see how much you've done. I've done that recently. And it's just like, all those things that, that's cold. Atlantis, your hands are gonna get cold. I just do all these things because I enjoy them. Like, I would dance about. I had to change my trousers at work because I fucking got them soaked with the pressure washer. And so I didn't have shoes on when I was walking to go back to the in bit, English, Atlantis, to go back into like the main bit. Because I was gonna sit down and put my shoes on there. And I was just like doing like chassés and split leaps and like fouettes because it's fun. And like, because I do that shit, I can do that shit. And it's like when you realise you do shit because, no, you can do shit because you do shit. Like, the more you do it, the better you can. The more you can. And it's like, we have this whole like, oh, I'm not good enough to do this. Like, no, you have to do the thing, and you're always good enough to do it, because to be better at the thing, you just have to do the thing. Like, it doesn't matter. You just gotta do it. And like, I know it's so easy to say like, yeah, just go do it, but you've actually got to go do it. Like, very much have in the past been in the mindset of like, yeah, of course I just got to go do it, and just not done it because other beliefs that were in the way. And then you just alchemize those. You use them for the best potential. You're like, nah, that does not serve me. Thank you for showing me what I did not want to have in my reality. Thank you, I will better understand who I am and what I want to be here and now. So that was useful to me. I'm grateful for that. Thank you. And you just move on. And then, like, I visualize it. I might have to paint this at some point. Oh, I've recently got so many more canvases because I ran out of canvases. And I ran out of canvases a while ago, and I just started painting old ones. And then I was like, oh, I can paint old ones and get rid of the ones that don't represent me anymore because they were me trying to be someone else, you know? Like, trying to be, like, this really cool artist that can make really realistic and, like, realistic with abstract. No, I just let go and did it all intuitively. And now they look like actual paintings, like, that I do. They look like me. Ooh, that reminds me, it's a painting I need to finish. I feel like that is going to be what it has already been one that was started a very long time ago, probably about a year ago. Did I do, like, the first, I did some, like, drilling into the wood and some initial lines of what I wanted, and then I was like, okay, and I just ended up fucking painting the shit out of it, and now it looks very different. But it has the same, like, linesy shit. And the same concept, same idea. But beautiful. Very beautiful. Anyway, so distracted. Just alchemize shit. When shit happens, just be like, wow, thank you for showing me what I didn't prefer. Thank you, but no, that's not what I want. But now I get to know that, so I'm grateful for the fact that I get to know that. You know? I did not really speak on cycles, but I do not feel like speaking on cycles, so there is not to be talked about right now. But I would like to talk about yin yang, the yin yang, which was actually what the painting was. Yeah, what is kind of a yin yang. That's the main concept of it. But it's yin yang, quantum entanglement, as well as, like, yeah, like being in the highest level of reflection with a being, which level of reflection being pretty much, some people call it like twin flameness shit, and lots of people deep shit, but I just see it like yin yang. Gonna be real yi. I'm not going to expand further on that point. I keep looking because I can't tell if there's a green light, like, right on the end of my phone thing. Obviously I wouldn't be able to fucking show you. Sorry. Yeah. Or it's paint, because I've recently got a lot of paint on my phone, but like specks of paint, and I was like, that's kind of cute, so I'm not going to scrape it off straight away. Just let it naturally come off, or it'll piss me off to a point where I'll take it off, and then it pissed me off and I didn't take it off, and then it came off. Journey. Yeah. Yin yang. Polarity. I think this is the last thing that I will actually speak on before leaving you guys, because it's kind of getting late and people do sleep at normal times, which is weird. Very weird. But yes, yin yang and quantum entanglement. Kind of want to go for quantum entanglement first, but that's because I've forgotten what I wanted to say about yin yang, because I can visually see what I want to explain to you. But words? No? I mean, I can get to words because I'm not allowing that to be my reality, because that's not really what I prefer. I prefer to be able to expand my thoughts and explain my thoughts. So, at least I'm going to try. You know? Because I'm devoted to myself. Yeah? We get it. Be devoted to yourself too, bitch. Anyway. So what I'm seeing the yin yang is how yin yang is a 2D representation of a 3D understanding, a 3D concept. And the universe keeps screaming at me, like, in my head, like right at the front of my head, kind of in my third eye vibe, and it's just like screaming at me, particles, talk about the particles, you love talking about the particles. I'm like, yeah, but I don't know if it makes sense enough. So it could be particles, like how particles work. See, that's the thing. I need to go back and listen more about... No, actually, I just need to delve deeper into the understanding of it, and I need to see it again. And I need to see the Terrence Howard and Joe Rogan podcast with it in again, but I don't know what one it is. And I love Joe Rogan and like Terrence Howard. Yeah, that's 5. He might have only done 1. No, he's done 2. It's the one where it's just him, I think. 111. Love that. Yeah, but the yin yang and particles. Because so yin yang, it looks like you've got the dots there, and then you've got the energy thingy-mabob doing its ting, and that's the representation we have. But it's actually like a 3D model where it's like kind of like going right. It's like kind of going round. So that is in front, that is behind, and it's like that's it. I can't really represent it with my hands unless I'm like, oh. So you got like that and that, and it's like that, and then as this one's going down and this one's going like that kind of thing. I don't think I'm explaining that 100% right, and it's annoying me because my brain is like really trying to eat at me right now, and it's like, you're not explaining that right, you should just shut up. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to do that. I appreciate your input. Thank you for giving me an idea, but I'm not going to choose that one. And see, I love this because you're experiencing becoming, because this is me becoming more of myself and becoming who I want to be. And like the little tangents where my brain's just like trying to do old ways, and I'm just like, no, I choose different. It's nice because then you guys actually get to see me become who I want to become, who I am becoming. Also, your brain gets addicted to stress hormones. Your brain gets addicted to hormones in general. Like, I don't remember what part. When you have something for so long, your body is used to having that thing, so makes the right things for that thing. Like, makes the right things to be able to process and reciprocate those things effectively. So if you're in a constant state of stress, somebody's alarm is going off. It's been going on for a while. Anyway, that was glorious. Your brain gets addicted to stress. So when you're trying to be happy, but you've lived in stress for so long, your brain's kind of like, this doesn't feel right. Something's wrong. Let's go back. You know? It's missing out on the thing that it needs, because that's how it survived for so long. That's what it's been running off. That's been its fuel. You've changed the fuel, but you need to change the system too. So you need to change what fuel the system needs, let's say. I'm genuinely seeing like a fuel pump inside of my brain network right now. Like, yeah. We've been fueling buses, it's fine. I personally haven't today, but like, I watched somebody fuel a bus. And I have field glasses. Why is Trailer Thought here? I think we're coming to the end. But not quite yet. Trailer Thought we Trailer Thought in. I'm excited for what is to become. And I understand that my brain at one point was addicted to stress hormones. And I'm in the process of transmuting that and moving that to where I want to be, who I want to be, and what I want to do. Anyway, I'm kind of cold and tired, but vibing high. Always vibing high. Gotta be. Always have that mindset, at least. Even if you're fucking feeling like shit, just be like, I'm vibing high. I'm vibing high. I'm high vibing, you know? Understand vibration. I would get into it, but I'm not going to right in this video. I might make a TikTok about it. My TikTok is just Atlantis Clark. It might be so late my fiance is back. That means it is late. Shit.